Welcome back to another vlog review. This time, I'm taking a stab at the sequel to the surprising cult classic, Kick-Ass. Is the movie too violent and immature to be any good? Can a realistic look at the lives of wannabe superheroes be too dark? I don't know. Did you see the first one? So let's jump in to Kick-Ass 2. If you liked the characters of Kick-Ass, the intensity of Super, and don't mind the overplayed drama of high school life, let's say Mean Girls, then you will like this movie. Shortly after the death of his mob boss dad by the hands of Kick-Ass, Chris D'Amico, as played by Christopher Mintz-Plasse, is out for revenge. The nighttime hero Kick-Ass, as played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, has since joined up with a group of similarly inspired costumed vigilantes. While Kick-Ass continues the superhero crusade, Hit Girl, as played by Chloe Grace Moretz, is forced to hang up her mask and try to have a normal life. But Chris D'Amico, taking up the title of motherfucker, vows to become the first real-life supervillain and wreaks havoc on the city. Kick-Ass will have to live up to his namesake and stop motherfuckers' ragtag army of evil before it's too late. The question is, will he be doing it alone? So the first thing to note about Kick-Ass 2 is that it does everything a good sequel is supposed to do. It builds on the events of the first movie, raises the stakes, and brings things full circle. But the story does seem to meander a little bit, and here's why I explain why I brought up Mean Girls earlier. A large chunk of the film is devoted to showing Chloe Moretz's character as she tries to settle into the life of an unpopular 15-year-old girl in high school. And while it is interesting to see how this emotionally stunted miniature assassin deals with just being a normal kid, any interesting development gets shut down by the stereotypical cool kids clique that is just shoehorned into the movie. I mean, goddamn Hollywood, are you ever gonna get over getting bullied at school? And unfortunately, another weak point of the Kick-Ass movies happens to be Kick-Ass himself. He's portrayed as a little too self-centered and immature. Sure, he's a teenage superhero, and if Spider-Man has taught us anything, it's that they're not the best at growing up. But it really does feel like the character is set back to zero in terms of competence and effectiveness. Most of the interactions between him and Hit Girl is Kick-Ass begging her to team up with him again, regardless of what Hit Girl is going through. However, near the end of the film, Kick-Ass does complete an arc and becomes a stronger character for it. It's just a shame that it took so long for it to get there. So, with Hit Girl sidebarred for the majority of the movie, and Nicolas Cage's Big Daddy character out of the picture, the film still has a great supporting cast to fall back on. Jim Carrey does a fantastic job playing the born-again mafia enforcer, Colonel Stars on Stripes, who pretty much fills the mentor role left vacant by Big Daddy. As for the controversy surrounding Jim Carrey's opinion of his own film, it doesn't matter here. He put his all into the role, and the movie is better for it. And while the original Kick-Ass might have set up a world where normal people put on outrageous costumes to routinely fight crime, Kick-Ass 2 really develops it. The superhero group that Kick-Ass joins is full of people who have generally been affected by crime and hardship. Instead of falling into despair, they've turned their tragedies into a driving force to help others. It's a nice humanizing sentiment and a great counter to Chris D'Amico's fall into villainy. Some of the best moments in the movie are when Kick-Ass isn't really the focus of it, when we just experience the over-the-top world he's inspired. Overall, I really enjoyed Kick-Ass 2, maybe even a little more than the previous one. The writing isn't as top-notch, and like I said before, the movie tends to come to a grinding halt when the teenage drama pops up. But the darker tone and deeper look at the lives of real-life superheroes was well worth it. If you're a fan of the first Kick-Ass, I don't think you'll be disappointed with Kick-Ass 2. So that's it for me for now. Until next time, I'm Darren with Moving to Blender.